everyone. Welcome to the 2023 PSE Learning Poverty Forum, bridging the gap from learning poverty to joyful learning.
We appreciate everyone's cooperation. Please take your seats. The program will begin in a few minutes.
If you look at the World Bank report, 9 out of 10 cannot read well. That means even if you put our children in schools, they will not be reading. They would not be learning. And that is robbing them of their right to quality education. And this is something that we really need to address.
Our best learners in the Philippines are only equivalent to the average learner in Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. Our best learners, the top 25% of Filipinos who took the PISA, ang equivalent po niya sa Singapore, their lowest performers.
Difficulty with reading is also correlated with higher rates of social challenges. Students who struggled with reading in the 3rd grade were about twice as likely as their peers to consider themselves angry, distractible, sad, lonely, and unpopular by the time they reached the 5th grade.
I would like to give hope, that government, the private sector, has done something, is doing something, and that hope that something else can be done, which I would like to impart to our children here, that in any constraint, in any problem that we are all facing, something can always be done.
Education is everybody's business. So tayong lahat po ay kailangan magsama-sama. Alam natin malalim ang problema.
Do you think that the work that we're doing now, that all these are really helping our children to have a critical thinking skills aside from the basic literacy? Thank you.
Actually, in the new revised curriculum of the Matatag agenda or Matatag curriculum, it's geared towards developing holistically the learners, specifically on how to make them critical and analytical.
Every agency in the country works on its mandate without minding, the connection with the other agencies. And maybe that's something that really needs to be addressed.
Alam niyo yung pinakamaganda on how to start solving the problem is by acknowledging it and embracing it and start to solve it.
So we need to have a holistic programs and thinking, and this is what we call around the WDT actions that are able to address diets, services, or multi-sectoral services, and also help families and communities to adopt optimal practices.
We need a radical change in how we think about and do school. The COVID-19 pandemic, lessons we gained from it should actually give us hope.
Sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose, and if you're tired of losing, maybe you need to try harder, or maybe you have to try in another way.
Joyful learning is the bridge to lifelong learning, which you want to develop among everyone, even among us.
Consider my partnership with John Dewey as one of my global missions, because we have reached out not just through Turong Kalikasan in Sagada, La Union, and other parts of the Philippines, but also in other parts of the world.
Kailangan lang talaga nila ng mga tamang kondisyon para sila matuto, yumabong ang kaalaman, at maging citizens, not just workers, not just members of the Philippine workforce in the years to come.
A lot of students now started to join our community engagement. Even though we're coming from a private school, we're still willing to share our knowledge and build partnerships that can help all of us thrive and grow as leaders and human beings.
We just have to think positively and keep on pushing for reforms. We cannot stop. No? We cannot stop. We live in this country. We love our country. We love our kids. We just have to keep on working to improve our education system.
Let us be reminded, no, that there is no gene for the human spirit. We will continue to hope in the same way that you are here now, believing that there is still hope. And let us continue to make changes to a person's life, one person at a time, one day at a time.